Since the mini set has come out, the ladder has been swarmed with imbue druids and imbue hunters, and that seems to be all that everybody is talking about. But the thing that I've been having the most fun with is this incredibly budget Dark Gift Rogue deck. So Dark Gift Rogue is built around the new card Cindersword, which is a 1 mana 1/2 weapon with the battle cry of if you're holding a minion with a Dark Gift, get +3 attack. So this is a 1 mana 4/2 weapon. We have never seen a weapon that is this big for so little of mana, and this card has been absolutely incredible because 1 mana deal 8 is pretty good. And the other mini set card that we are running is Smoke Bomb, which is 2 mana, discover a combo, battle cry, or stealth minion with a Dark Gift, and this works beautifully with the previously mentioned Cindersword. And to round out the Dark Gift package, we also run Nightmare Fuel and Creature of Madness just to provide a few more Dark Gifts to make that Cindersword a little bit more consistent. The rest of your deck is your usual combo rogue nonsense. So we have Spacerock Collector, Foxy Fraud, Bargain Bin Buccaneer that gets drawn off of Raiding Party, and we also have Dread Corsairs to go with the Raiding Party, as well as the Cindersword, because a 4 mana weapon does make Dread Corsair cost 0, which is absolutely insane. And then our top end is Dubious Purchase. And we are playing Rogue, so no Rogue deck is complete in Standard without Harbinger of the Blighted, and this goes very well with our Web of Deception and Shadowstep, and of course, Rogue is not Rogue, and Shadowstep needs its partner in crime, so we are also running the 2 of Preparation. And that is Dark Gift Rogue. Like I said before, this is incredibly budget and uses very little cards from the mini set. I think it runs Cindersword, which is a common, and Smoke Bomb is a rare. So if you are hesitant to purchase the mini set with your gold or with actual money, the cards from the mini set do not cost a terribly big amount of dust, and the rest of the deck is fairly cheap as well. So if you want to take this deck for a spin, I'm going to leave the deck code down in the description, and if you enjoy Hearthstone content like this, please consider subscribing. It would help out the channel a ton. Anyway, let's get into some games. A warrior opponent. Let's see what flavor of warrior we got today. I like this hand. This hand actually seems kind of almost perfect. I mean, like, the perfect hand is like Harbinger plus Shadowstep or Web of Deception, but this is also a perfectly fine. Don't mind me. That's all I got, opponent. Can you beat my tempo? Please don't. It was a rhetorical question. Don't feel obligated to beat my tempo. Dirty Rat? Unbelievable. I mean, that's pretty good too. I probably should have... No, this was the correct play. Clear here and there. I'm going to keep my Cindersword in hand just to give myself the opportunity to draw like a Creature of Madness or a Smoke Bomb. They are going to deal with my Harbinger. Nightmare Fuel. Ooh. The awkward thing about Nightmare Fuel is it does not enable I can't get out Cindersword because I need to combo Nightmare Fuel. Everyone look away. You hate to see a 3-mana 3/2 go out like that. Okay, so next turn we pretty much can not draw something expensive. That'll do. That's fine by me. Let's do a Nightmare Fuel. And Nightmare Fuel will find me Ancient of Yore. Okay. Am I going to spend a charge to break that? I think so. Let me know if that was a mistake. I'm actually like, I could see that going either way. Because like I think that means I mostly lose damage. Yeah, Ancient of Yore. Just deal that damage. What's in the turn? So they're most likely going to be able to activate Spell Burst, which is unfortunate. Another Nightmare Fuel, or another Dirty Rat, rather. And then a Shield Block will get that Spell Burst going. If we can find another Cindersword, that wouldn't be bad. Webweaver. That's not bad. Nightmare Fuel will find... I guess Traveler?
Stop and smell the flowers.
Probably not gonna win this one. Control is a tough one. Yeah, like they just feel no pressure. They're just gonna Shield Slam, pretty good. That does actually draw me a taunt, which is good. Ancient of Yore is online. Let's go with a hero power. Corsair. And this will allow me to clear that at least. And we'll end the turn. Chemical Spill will... think this will hit that turtle every time. Hold. Sure. Hit that turtle. Yep, just as we drew it up. Easiest kill chain of my life. Swing into there. This will murk my 3/2, and we will end the turn. I have established my late game, by the way. Bask in my late game. Oh, yeah. Let's go with a Cindersword. And check it out, opponent. I don't need my deck anymore. Never needed it. Who's the control deck now? It's still you, but I like to think sometimes I'm in control. As the aggro tempo deck. Oh, you're also gonna take a kill, Jaden? Yeah. I don't blame you. Can't blame you there. Kill Jaden lives every time, by the way. The 7-7-1, not the 2-2-1. Ooh. Caught it in time. That was close. Oh, it doesn't come back as dormant? That's kind of lame. Really thought that was going to come back as dormant. Well, have I played? I have not played a Creature of Madness yet, so I'm just playing a 1-3 just for the love of the game. Divine Shield Wind Fury on that with a Dubious Purchase in hand? Or do I just go for max damage? So this would be a 7, 12. Yeah. And let's play a 4-6. Smack into him. Hero power. Call it a day. They're at 10. Do your worst. Don't actually, though. Don't like Hydration Station or anything like that. But if you do, just know I have a Dubious Purchase with that 130's name on it. You really think? You really think? Well, I tried. I tried to warn you.
Let me rest.
Good game, opponent. Good game. Dang it. Really thought that was gonna pan out. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll swing there. Maybe another time. 7. Okay. We'll end the turn. Really thought that was gonna give me there. I mean, my minions were huge. Because Kill Jane is a balanced card. You're not gonna play Kill Jane now. You're way too far behind. Okay. That's a way to get back into the game. A little Zilliax action. Why not? Ooh, little nightmare. I mean, that's pretty good. So let's clear here. Let's clear there. Maybe a few secrets will make you feel a little different. And also like this crazy 10-11. What I get? Explosive and freezing? Dish.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, swing and a miss. Almost got it cleared. Safety goggles. Checked for freezing trap. Ooh, fire rack. Pretty good. pretty good. And it unfortunately will get eaten. And I will unfortunately get dealt a lot of damage to my head. Char hits the 1/1 every time, never mind. Man, Fyrak is a good card. That is one heck of a card. Sure. Next turn I have a sneaky 5 damage from hand. And the turn. Cool. They probably have another hydration. If I had to guess. They would need to be in the bottom of 4 cards. No hydration? I personally would have drawn it if I was my opponent. So this also deals 5 to their head, right? It's pretty good. So if they clear my 8/1, I'm still good. But I don't see a world where they don't at least armor up. How cool would it be if this was a pirate? A brawl. Yeah, that guy always wins. He will always win. For sure, every time. Just, you know, new heights. Sure. Why not? Did I win this game? Because this deals 3 damage at the end of my turn. My goodness. Just the sneakiest lethal. Yep. Everybody saw that game ending with Magtheridon lethal. If you didn't see that coming from turn 1, you just don't play Hearthstone. Got a Valera mirror match on our hand. Well, I have the good card. I just need other cards to go with it. So Shadowstep and Web of Deception. Should I also keep Spacerock Collector just for some early tempo? I can see an argument for it. Throwing back your 1-drops doesn't seem like a good move. Now, if I can pick up a Web of Deception with this prep, whew, we are cooking with pure gasoline. Just hope my opponent is also not, you know. Got a Nightmare Fuel going without a Dark Gift, because it was not comboed. Wouldn't mind picking up one of these for myself, because Spacerock Collector plus Nightmare Fuel is pretty insane. I'll throw out the 1. Sets up for a Twisted Webweaver into another one. Yep. They got that off of the Nightmare Fuel. Okay, that explains why they didn't combo their first one. Guess they didn't see that as a priority. How much am I going to allow my opponent to get away with this 1/3? None at all. Because that was probably one of the better draws I could have had. Now we have our Buccaneer going. clear their 1/3, and my board looks disgusting. Probably just gonna prep Smoke Bomb next turn. Okay, they're on like a Steel Priest or Rogue kind of deck. Haven't seen the Thistle Tea set in a while. They opted for the Heavy Plate. Ooh, Nightmare Fuel is pretty dang good. Rather just Smoke Bomb though. Was Smoke Bomb find me? That's pretty disgusting. Yeah. Let's play her out. And I will activate their Spell Burst. Ooh, a Charger. Get a copy of the lowest cost card in your opponent's hand. Yeah. Charge minion sounds good to me. And swing an obscene amount of damage at my opponent's head. And these two are going to represent so much damage next turn. Exactly 9. Dig for Treasure is going to find not a pirate. Okay, so their Dark Gift was a 2/2 copy. I imagine they're gonna go into my 1/3 and probably my 3/1. Yeah. A Nightmare Fuel Part 2. Let's just play it out. What do we got? A Dirty Rat. Okay, well my opponent does not like Imbue Hunter. Since I know they have Dirty Rat, should I just pick like a 6/6? Or a 2/6 elusive?
So many options.
I feel like a 2/6 elusive is pretty good. Nightmare Fuel is in your opponent's deck, so we know Tess is in their deck.
Look over there.
And I did all that thinking for nothing, because it turns out I had lethal on board. Turn 4 lethal. Pretty good. Pretty good. Looks like my opponent was a bit on a brew over there. Little youthful Brewmaster Tess Greymane deck. I've also have been lost in the sauce, much like my opponent. A Druid opponent. Probably the Imbue Druid.
Watch your back.
I kind of like the idea of Bargain Bin Buccaneer on turn 2 with the coin. I kind of like this whole hand, because the prep Web of Deception can pick up the Buccaneer. Twisted Webweaver on 1 might be a little greedy, but, you know, I've been known to make some greedy plays here or there. Yep, there is the Rune Totem. So their first turn is usually just like spell spam. Yeah. I'm gonna deploy this. If they like put a lot of resources into clearing this 1/3, I'm feeling pretty good. Just one +2/+3 spell handles this 1/3, but or a Wrath. There is quite a bit of answers to this. I still think it's worth it to try to get some value out of that guy. So we'll go with the Foxy Fraud and coin out the Buccaneer and deal with their 1/1s. Pretty decent turn 3 or turn 2 board. 9 damage in play. So next turn, if they produce something scary, I can prep Web of Deception back my Buccaneer. And maybe it's just worth it to do that just for pressure.
Oh, tough luck.
I actually don't mind that. Yeah, let's get a 4/4 into play. Get out another 3/2. Just keep the pressure on the opponent. Like, my early game is better than their early game, but their mid game can just, like, really run away with things. I am going to need to deal with that for sure. Spacerock is great. That will combo very nicely with my Nightmare Fuel. Yeah, I think it's just the Charred Chameleon. That's fantastic. So that will pair very nicely with my Spacerock. That's always happening. And yeah, let's just deal with that 3/3. And let's swing one at their head. Again, we're just trying to get the pressure going. So next turn we have 8 plus 6, 14, 15. Not bad. Is there any way I can produce lethal next turn? I don't believe so. But my opponent is under some very serious pressure right now. And they are going to respond with a value play. Okay. And a pretty big taunt. A prep. Prep is a very, very broken card, but it is not stellar on this board. So let's clear that guy, swing in some damage, one more at their head, and we do have a lethal on board now. So they're going to need to figure out a way to armor or gain life out of this. This was an incredibly good discover. Like, not only the minion itself, but like the Dark Gift of +3 attack was very crucial for closing out this game. I'm kind of like talking ahead, but like Imbue Druid could definitely recover from this. It's crazy how resilient they are. But they already used one Mark of the Wild, so they can't really reliably put a taunt in my way. Ooh, that is definitely a bit of a desperate play out of my opponent. What can you do with 3 mana? A Wrath, okay. That's not bad. I'm not thinking it's gonna... It might exactly be enough to get them at 1. And... okay. This Patches is going to get purchased dubiously? Is that how you would say that? Anyway, Smoke Bomb will discover lethal? No. If I had 1 more mana. I think I'm just going to take this for the charging damage. I'm also going to throw out a 2-3. And I am going to put them down to 1. Very unfortunate not to have enough mana there for the Wind Fury. Ooh, that card is always terrifying. It's just like a testament to how strong Imbue Druid is that, like, I'm worried of everything that they're doing. But we did get there. Cool. Blistering fast start out of this deck. With just like, the Imbue Druid takes a few turns typically to get online, and this deck can get right under their setup turns and walk away with the victory. Ooh, another rogue. A fellow rogue opponent.
Watch your back.
Ooh. Raiding Party plus Spacerock Collector. Don't mind if I do. Send back the Dread Corsair, because I will draw that later. The plan has changed. It's actually Spacerock Collector into Nightmare Fuel. Especially in the mirror match. Nightmare Fuel is insane. Okay. Ooh, Sandbox Scoundrel. Discounted Sandbox Scoundrel. Yeah, we're gonna take that.
Job done.
That's pretty insane with Raiding Party. Yeah. And then the miniaturized version can combo with my Dubious Purchase.
Number 802, welcome to the collection.
Creature of Madness. Cool. Maybe that can also combo with my Scoundrel. After any card is drawn, make it temporary. They're kind of playing like a bigger, greedier version of my deck. So I kind of like the Clumsy Steward. Let's do that trade. Just in the off chance they wanted to dagger that turn. I think that's probably the correct play. 2-1 into 2-1. They're going to go with a Lucky Comet. And I am going to go with a Scoundrel. Now the question is, am I tempoing out a clumsy fella? I don't think so. I think I would rather draw cards.
Job's done.
This also keeps the Dark Gift card in my hand for the Cindersword. Unfortunately, my raiding party did not find any Dread Corsairs. And unfortunately, we have to face down some 3/2s. Let's go for a Cindersword and some 3/2s. And I'll keep one of my 3/2s healthy. Trade off there. So next turn I have a Sandbox Scoundrel, likely for a 3/2. And I may bounce this back with Web of Deception. It seems pretty strong.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Another Collector. And a Metal Detector. Okay. So they are definitely on the going big strategy. Do I need to spend this prep? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of like, yeah, okay. Yep. I do not need to spend that prep.
Now this is treasure.
Let's chop down that 2/1. Return my 1 mana guy. Get out a 4/4.
This is treasure.
And get a little clumsy.
Here we go.
Cool. So now my opponent will have a temporary card. Maybe that can block some value out of them. So I have prep smoke bomb for next turn. Let's have rush. Or oh, that does not have a dart gift. I don't know why I thought that had a dart gift. And they will elect to deal with my clumsy steward. Okay, let's go with a prep smoke bomb. Two plus elusive. It's pretty good. Reborn with full enchantments on Tiamat is also insane. I think it's actually too insane to pass up. Let's go for Harbinger. Bounce them. Some decent ones. I think I'm going to hero power this turn actually to deal with their 3/1. Sure. A little bit more value. Get them down to, and get them out. Get them out there. I like a 2/3. Didn't have any thing to return them with, so no reason to greed out the 2/3. And this Buccaneer will likely clear him out. But that's fine. Next turn, am I going to play Tiamat? Probably not, because I don't have a next turn. Cool. Thank you, opponent, for making my next turn painfully easy.